Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Monday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go to our friends in South Australia. Of course, actually, the other one's actually currently in Canberra at the moment as well. Of course, only 2 weeks ago, it was the Under-18s National Championships, and for South Australia Metro in particular, they versed the Victorian Metro team down here at Eagle Stadium here in Werribee, and of course it was the SA team getting over the line by 8 points, 72 to 64 in the gold medal clash. Of course, we got the two team captains of that team to tell us all about it. Thanks both of you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Now, I will get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position both of you played on the court.
I'm Izzy Borlace. I'm from SA Metro and I played the wing position and forward.
I'm Taylor Brazel and I play the point guard and sometimes the wing.
Tell us a bit about the National Championships only 2 weeks ago now, and tell us the surreal experience and about, of course, playing down here in Melbourne, but especially, was there a particular game that really was a real standout that you felt we could actually do this?
I think against Vic Country, I think the third game, that was a real confidence booster for us all. I think that game was the separator between who was going to be at the top of the table in our pool. So to win that one, I think that gave our team a real look on how good or our potential of where we could go in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree. That game especially, and also the first game, I feel like when we played Queensland South, we knew it was going to be a tough matchup heading into the tournament. And I think getting that win under our belt really gave us a lot of confidence for the rest of the tournament. And then to obviously face Vic Country later on down the track, and to win that one really, I think made us realise that we can win, like we can do this, and then yeah.
Now, funny enough, those two teams that you versed early on end up versing in the bronze medal clash at the end. But was there, as we went to the semi-finals and obviously to the grand final, did you, felt more confident that you could actually, at least knowing that you might have to verse Vic Metro for the championship?
I was quite happy we didn't have to cross over Vic Metro before the grand final. I was probably a bit more nervous for the semi-final, knowing we had to play Queensland South again, knowing that we know each other's team and scouts quite well. But going in, I was quite nervous, but to get it over the line and go on to the grand final was the main goal, and that's what we achieved.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that game I felt like our team was a lot more nervous for just the semi-final sometimes seems a bit more pressure, just to make sure you get into the grand final, at least you secure a spot. But I guess, once we won that, like as you said, it was good not to verse Vic Metro on the crossover, but that's good.
Now, most importantly, let's talk about the gold medal clash. It was a Saturday night game, which so devastated I actually missed it, of course. Tell us a bit about it. You jumped Vic Metro from the start, managed to hang on for much of that game. Tell us a bit about the surreal experience of the gold medal clash in front of pretty much the whole country.
Well, Taylor carried us in that first half with a clutch threes that kept us in it. And then when they came back at the half, I think that our team really stuck together. And that really was what got us over the line, all the positive like attitudes in the game, even when we were getting close or getting down. I think that really got us over the line.
Yeah, or Izzy definitely, around like second quarter to the end, she had those big clutch drives and ones. So it was really good. It was a really whole team effort, and it was really surreal experience to be playing in front of a big crowd like that. And also because it was, live streamed on KO. I know a lot of people were watching back home and all that. So I feel like, we're all just let's do this, let's just go,
Did it felt that, everyone was on your side, considering that, you were versing Vic Metro on their home court there at Eagle Stadium?
I mean, who doesn't like to beat a Vic?
I was going to say, who doesn't like being a Vic? Obviously, they had the home court sort of advantage, but I mean, I feel like there were a few other teams there who like weren't from Vic and stuff who had a little like going for us. I don't know. I just feel like everyone sort of got that mentality like, oh, beating Vic is like really exciting. So yeah.
Both you had an absolute blinder of a game. I think both you scored about, almost 65% of the team score throughout that game. Now, I'll start off with Izzy first because because you actually got a double-double, Izzy, in that game. 22 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals in that game. Izzy, tell us a bit about your game. I know you gave some hype to Taylor about her clutch three-pointer a moment ago, but by looking at your stats, you had an absolute blinder.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I don't know, I just guess I went into the game, I don't know, just playing how it always had been that whole week. I think rebounding was a real big part of it because I don't think that was one of our team's strengths, but I felt like I could pull my weight in that particular area. And then in the third quarter at the halftime, I felt like I hadn't really made an impact offensively, and then that gave me a bit of a drive to give it a red hot crack, and came up with the win.
Taylor, you were almost the game top scorer, but you were the team top scorer at the end. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in that game as well. And of course, as Izzy already mentioned, you did get a clutch 3 in that first half. Tell us, how do you think you played?
I was quite happy with how I played, and I don't know, at the start of the game when I hit a couple of threes, I think that really got my confidence going quite early. So that was good. I feel like I quietened down a bit, but as Izzy came along, which was good, and really showed up. But I was really happy with my game in the end because it was I felt really nervous before the game, but I felt like we just used those nerves as like adrenaline and really just went, and my shots were dropping, so that was good.
Tell us a bit about Jess Simon's game. She had 16 and 6 for the game, but tell us how important she was considering that both you sort of carried most of the load.
I've been playing with Jess since under 10, so I always knew Jess was going to step up at some stage, even if her threes weren't dropping at the start. Like, I knew she was going to pop up sometime, and she did in the third quarter, and that was just great. That's just when we needed her.
Yeah, I agree. That third quarter when I think she hit about 3 threes in a row, and that was I think that quarter was when a lot of the Vic started coming back at us, and a bit of some of us were a bit stagnant. So luckily Jess got those really major shots, and we can always count on her to do that because she's an exceptional shooter. And like as you said, even if she's not on early, she's going to come around and just don't forget about Jess because she always hit those major threes.
So when did it get to a point in the game that you looked up the scoreboard and went, we've won this, and then it started to kick in where you got the chance to really enjoy yourselves, enjoy the moment?
I think it was about 2 or 3 minutes to go when Vic started fouling quite frequently to get us on the free throw line, and Jess hit those clutch free throws, and then I think we were 10 points up or something, and I was like, here we go, we might actually win this. It was exciting.
I remember when Jess was shooting those in those free throws, and I remember looking over at Izzy, and I remember I was just smiling because I remember just looking at the I guess the game's never over till the siren goes, but I felt like we had a lot of excitement because it was about a minute and a half to go up by 10, and then Izzy near the end did this crazy cool pass to Jess, and then she did a layup, and then that was really we've won, we've got this. So then it just got really exciting. Yeah.
Now, have both of you watched it back since?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
I have watched it back.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I have to ask, tell us a bit about your amazing championship state coaches.
So we had 4 coaches. So we had Kat, who was our head coach, and then we had a couple of assistants and like a sort of development coach. But our coaching staff in general was really good, like really supportive of us, and they all individually had really good assets to the team. There's Tegan. She's really the talk of the team. She really gets us going, talking, make sure we keep that talk up when we drop it. She's always on us about that. So we really need a coach like that. And then you got, Tom and Morgan, who are the assistants, and like all their scouting work, everything, giving us little tips really, really helped us a whole lot over the tournament. And then you have Kat, our head coach, who's just really smart coach, and she really knows what she's doing. So to have all those coaches together, I think really set us up well to win that gold medal. So obviously if we didn't have them, I don't think it would have been possible, because they directed us on a really good path. So yeah.
Now I have to ask, when the game was over, and obviously you got obviously I think the men's was straight after yourself, so you at least had a chance to sort of relaxed and enjoyed it before obviously the presentations and all this and the closing ceremony, etc. I have to ask, who got to hold the cup or the trophy first?
I think Taylor and I went up and got it together.
Yeah. When they presented it, we both went up and
yeah, we both went and got it up together.
Yeah.
And how surreal was it to hold the cup and especially in front of everyone there at Eagle Stadium?
I forgot about it until we were sitting down ready for the photo, and they're like, "Oh, come and get the trophy," and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
we're actually getting it."
Yeah, I forgot about the trophy. I feel like it was like just really exciting when we're having our photo and then the confetti machines went off, and we held the trophy up. That was like an amazing moment, just because it was just like us screaming, like cheering, so exciting, having that big photo. Yeah.
Stuff like that doesn't come along very often, so for that to happen was pretty special.
Yeah.
Now, how long did both of you hold on to that trophy for?
I took it away for the first little bit, and then I think we kind of just shared it around.
Yeah, we just sort of shared it around. I think a couple of us had couple of individual shots of the big trophy. I think equally around the team we all shared it around, because
Now I can see you got your national championship medals around your necks, which I'll get both of you to show to us right now.
Yeah.
There they are. So the question I want to ask both of you is, how long did both of you wear your medals around your necks for? And did any of you sleep with it overnight here in Melbourne?
I think we kept it on for 8. Like when we got back to our hotel, we wore it around most of the night, to be honest. And then I remember we went to the airport the next morning and we wore it to the airport. I didn't sleep with it on. I actually think it was next to me on like the bedside table or something, but oh wow.
Yeah, same. I kept it on for most of the night, and then I didn't go home back home with the team, so I didn't wear it to the airport, but I wore it for most of the night.
Now I believe, who's actually currently in Canberra at the moment?
Me?
Izzy, I need to ask you now, I'm assuming you came back with some of your, of course, some of the other teammates there at the Centre of Excellence who were in that 18s championship, especially assuming a couple of the Vic Metro girls would have made that trip back as well.
Yeah.
How's the bragging rights up there? Have you teased them about it yet?
Oh, no, it was a bit of a sensitive topic at the start on the plane ride home, but I think it's all settled now. Yeah, chip in every now and then and just mention it, but not too often.
Fair enough. If you can remember your whole team off by heart, tell us, I guess, describing a couple words about each of your teammates.
Katie, she's the comedian of the team. She just says the most randomest things that make everyone laugh. So she's really the laugh of the team.
Yeah, I'll go War. War was another funny one. Everyone loved a War. coming off the bench, she was really good supporter. She was there for everyone. Everyone got around the war. So good team person of war.
Maddie, she's a little fireball. She really helped us coming off the bench. Like, she had a lot of fire within her and very determined person, and so really lucky to have her come off the bench.
Mia, she was in the starting 5 with us. She just played her role really well. She got lots of minutes and she just did her role really well and helped us get over the line on that in the grand final. So yeah, that's Mia.
Paige, she's also another girl that started. She's a gun little defender. She's a bit taller compared to a lot of the guards that we faced, but she had played a really huge role in guarding them and stopping a lot of them. So yeah, she's just a really sweet girl. She's also bottom age as well, her and Mia, and Maddie actually, and Awar, sorry. But yeah, no, they really played a great role helping us, and yeah, she did great.
Jess, we said Jess before, great 3-point shooter. We were quite close to her because we're the top ages. Great 3-point shooter. Really reliable. So, yeah.
Ellie, she's a really hard worker, and I feel like, when she came on in those minutes that she played every now and then, I think she really gave it her all. And I think one game she came on and in one quarter she got like 20 plus points, 20, like 5 threes or something. So, she was just a really positive person in the team, and she's a great little DJ in the bus when we played the music. She really knew those tunes to get us pumped for the game. So, yeah.
I think the last one's Yaz. Yaz was coming off the bench 5. So if we had any of the tall players, she would come on. Yaz was a bit quiet off the court, but always a bit of a laugh. So it's good.
So you did a fantastic job to remember all your teammates. 2 weeks since that gold medal clash? Has it sunk in you that you won it?
I think so. I mean, looking back on the photos, like last week, I text Taylor and was like, "Oh my god, it was a week ago today." So I think it has, but it's still quite surreal that it actually happened.
It's definitely sunk in after a week and a bit. But like as you said, looking back at those photos and stuff, it's still pretty crazy, thinking that we won the gold medal and national champions type thing, and seeing little videos every now and then really just reminds you. It actually makes me miss it a lot, miss that feeling of, like I said a lot this past couple of weeks, I've always wanted to go back to that last 5 seconds of the game. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
Now, the one question I didn't ask, which I always ask any team that's won a championship of any sort, is, I know you're not supposed to do this during COVID time, but did either of you get the chance to kiss the cup?
No, I don't know. I don't think I kissed the cup. We should have, Izzy. We should have done that.
No, we didn't do that.
I feel like we would have got a few weird looks if we did, maybe a COVID mask would come sprinting up telling us off, but, we
didn't get around to doing that.
Yeah. I think we're too caught up in the moment, really. I don't know. I didn't think of that one, but nah.
Now, let's talk a bit about both your basketball journeys. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
I started in under 10s at Forestville back at home in Adelaide. I was always a pretty active kid, had an older brother that I chased around. He started playing. My sister was as well. I think it's probably just the older siblings that gave me the drive just to follow what they were doing, and then I took the pathway of basketball, and then they've gone off and done their other things.
Yeah, mine's a bit similar. I started back in under 10s, and I play for Sturt Sabres here in Adelaide, and I followed my older brother who played for Sturt, and I used to always just go to his trainings, and then started think I liked it, so my parents put me in it, and then as you said, I've just chosen this pathway, and he's gone off to do other things. So
we'll talk a bit about both your clubs in just a moment, but considering that both you're from two very, very fantastic clubs in Adelaide, Forestville and Sturt, have either of you vested against each other, which I'm assuming you have, and which team has come up on top?
Gosh, we've played against each other for many years, like a lot of the time. I can remember back to like under 10s, like Izzy's team would, beat us all throughout the season. But I remember this one game, the grand final, and we beat them. That was that. But then a few years after that, Izzy's team got up. But yeah, the most recent one was last year, and my team beat Izzy's team in overtime. So yeah, that was fun. Bit of a touchy subject for Izzy though.
I think Forestville might have the most grand finals over Taylor's team, but the most recent one.
They probably did.
The most recent one goes to Taylor's team, unfortunately.
Okay. So my question is now, are both of you going to be returning back to your respective state, so your club teams, when it comes to the classics, if the classics going ahead in June?
Well, yeah, I'm obviously in Adelaide now, so I'm training and playing with them at the moment. So yeah, I'll for sure be there.
Yeah, I've talked to Veely about it, my coach here in Canberra, and she says it's a definite option if I'm fit and healthy. But I'm not sure if my team makes it, then it will be an option and I could go. But I haven't really made up my mind yet.
I'm sure they'd love to have you.
I was going to say, Taylor, you took the words out of my mouth. So we would love to see both of you down here in Melbourne again and definitely dominate the Melbourne teams yet again, like you did in Nationals. But now, what does the sport of basketball mean to both of you, and especially playing for SA, but also for Forestville and Sturt, for respectively?
I'll go. Basketball means a lot to me, just like, because as we said before, I've played it for a long time, and I've created a lot of really good friendships from the sport that I believe I'll have these friends for life. And it's kept me active over all these years, and I don't know, it just means a lot to me. It's like pretty much my second family. Like these girls and coaches are people I'd go to through anything, because that's such a supportive sport, I feel. And then as it's a team sport, I feel like, I don't know, you just have a really good bond with your teammates, so it means a lot to me.
Same. I think I've created some really great friends. And I think I didn't even realize how much it meant to me all playing for my state until we actually won. Like, I didn't realize how big an opportunity it really was. And probably taken it for granted sometimes, and also the places it's taken Taylor and I and me to Canberra, that's just something I've been working for, and I feel like it can take you to some great places, so that means a lot to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, do both of you have any future ambitions in the sport?
Yeah, at this stage, yes. I'm not sure whether it will be college or WNBL or pro, but my overall goal would probably to be an Opal sometime down the track. But in the near future would just be to either go to the WNBL or college.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to be an Opal in the future, or just represent Australia at any point. Would just be amazing. I'm currently in year 12, so I've kind of really had to make that decision kind of around now, because if you want to go to college, there's a lot of preparation you have to do in terms of subjects and all that. So I'm chosen the path to go to college, so hopefully I can get a scholarship or something. That'd be amazing. But I also love to play in the WNBL, and become pro eventually.
Now, being co-captains together, what does that mean for both of you to win the national championship together as co-captains of the SA Metro team? And considering that both of you play for two completely different clubs.
Yeah. Well, Taylor and I have been friends for a while now, since under 12s really. So we've been quite close since then. And now that you bring it up, it probably is quite special that.
Yeah, I feel like over the last few years we've like become really close. You know, we like sort of drive to all these, when Izzy was back in Adelaide, you know, we'd carpool to every training pretty much, like, and that was quite a few times a week. And so, and actually we don't live far away from each other. So, you know, I was always seeing Izzy. So we're really good friends. And so winning it together as co-captains, I think, yeah, like as you said, thinking about it now is pretty special, because I don't think you get to do that very often, you know, like win a national championship, like your best friends. So it's pretty good.
Now, what will be your advice to people out there that should get involved in basketball, especially over there in Adelaide?
Just give it a crack. It's good fun. You make really good friends out of it. Yeah, it's just good fun.
Yeah, I agree. It's just it's really fun. Keeps you active, you know, make lots of friends. As you said before, it can take you to a lot of places, and you never know what can happen if you play basketball, I guess.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of lighthearted questions about your SA teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the court during the championships, and what was it?
Katie.
She was like, I think we were coming out of like a timeout or something, and she's forgotten she's on camera, obviously, and she's walked out. And she's doing some weird things with her legs, trying to warm herself up. And we watched it, we filmed it, and it's the funniest thing you'll ever see. She looks like a duck. I don't know what she was doing.
That like sums Katie up in a nutshell. That video.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I completely forgot about that. Yes, I did see that. Now, I think she might be in the next couple of questions then. Who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer, and who's into their TikToks?
Oh my gosh.
Jess and Taylor and their TikToks. You guys?
I'd say Jess the most.
Yeah,
but
Jess.
like
I'll
yeah. I feel like we did have a joke that Katie and Awar were the duo, the comedians together.
Yeah. The best dancer. I'd definitely be on the worst side of dancing.
Yeah, is he? Yeah. Is he maybe up there for singing? I don't know.
No.
Best dancer. Awar's actually got some really good moves.
Yeah, Awar's quite funny. Awar's good. Got some dance moves.
Got some singing. Oh, I don't think any of us are good at singing. Okay. Paige actually, I sat
Paige
on the bus.
Paige is actually
on the bus everywhere. She actually has a couple of nice little singing.
So my next question is, did the team do a championship TikTok dance?
I believe we all did as one. A few of us were doing some. I remember we went to KFC after, and a few of us were doing a couple.
Yeah, I think there was a few individual ones, but not a full team one.
Yeah.
Now, we will finish up with this one last one, which is describe your team as many words as you like.
I'd say, I don't know, funny. I just, in general, I think all of us together are quite a hilarious little bunch.
Yeah, I think we were quite, not casual, but we knew when to turn off of basketball and just legit not talk about it and just be with each other and just have a bit of fun and have a laugh. And then when we got to the court, it was all serious, and I feel like that was a really good trait of ours, being able to switch off and on to seriousness and just have a laugh.
I feel like it's kind of weird, but like I don't think this is really a nice good word to describe, but sort of unexpected. I don't know. I feel like a few people before the tournament had some doubts with our team, but I feel like we really, showed them differently and obviously
prove them wrong, or like underdogs.
definitely underdogs a couple of times.
Yeah.
I felt we were very like a determined team as well.
Determined, yeah.
But we all really wanted to win, so that's great.
Yeah.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for getting up your time to join us to tell us all about and relive the moments of that under-18s national championship victory down here in Melbourne, and well deserved. I wish I was there to support your team play, even though I am a Victorian. But if there was any team that I would rather see some win against the Victorians, it would have been the SA Metro team. So congratulations, well deserved, and hopefully I'll get to see all of you and your rest of your teammates back down here in Melbourne at the Classics, obviously playing for your clubs. Of course, down here, hopefully to steal another trophy away from the Vics in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much.
No worries, and that's Taylor Nizzi there, joins from of course, the SA Metro Under-18s National Championship team. Of course, the well-deserved win, 8-point win over Vic Metro to win the title, of course, for the SA Metro girls. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.